It's another week, and that means another batch of new PlayStation 4 game releases, and while the recent few weeks have been pretty big in terms of big game releases, I would say that this week is a little bit lighter. Yes, a little bit unfortunate, but still some cool games coming out, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's kick it off with the biggest game release of the week, and that is without a doubt Crysis Remastered. Yes, the classic first-person shooter from Crytek is back with the action-packed gameplay, sandbox world, and thrilling epic battles you loved the first time around, but this time you've got remastered graphics, and it's gonna look better than ever. Look, I played Crysis on the PlayStation 3, I played it on PC, the PC version was really good, the PlayStation 3 version, oh baby, not very good at all, but now we got it on the PlayStation 4, the technical handcuffs are really going to be removed as far as a console version of this game, and this version is probably going to be really good. The game notes what begins as a simple rescue mission becomes the battleground of a new war as alien invaders swarm over a North Korean island chain. Armed with a powerful nanosuit, players can become invisible to stalk enemy patrols or boost strengths to lay waste to vehicles. The nanosuit's speed, strength, armor, and cloaking allow creative solutions for every kind of fight, while a huge arsenal of modular weaponry provides unprecedented control over playstyle and the ever-changing environment. Adapt tactics and gear to dominate your enemies in an enormous sandbox world. Really excited to revisit Crysis once again because I think it was a fantastic first-person shooter. I know a lot of people, when it came out on PC, just went at it looking at it as some sort of tech demo, and yes, technically the game was brilliant back in 2007. However, it was much more than that. It was legitimately a fantastic game, and it was really enjoyable, so to be able to play it on the PlayStation 4, again, this time being the first time a console version is going to have its handcuffs removed, that's going to be really great. I know the Switch version also came out, but this one also has some improved visual elements on top of the original game, so that's going to be really cool to go back and check the game out. New lighting and updated assets. You've got ray-traced water reflections, and you've got a lot of other new textures being included as well, so that's some really good stuff being introduced in this game. That'll be out September 18th, this Friday. Next up, also out this Friday, will be WWE 2K Battlegrounds. Yes, WWE 2K won't be seeing a brand new release this year, and probably for the best. WWE 2K20 was absolutely horrendous, and they really need to go back to the drawing board to mechanically figure those games out. However, this time around, we have a battleground with all new over-the-top, in-your-face arcade action as your favorite WWE wrestlers and legends battle it out on outlandish interactive environments. This is definitely not, a simulation of professional wrestling. Rather, this is going to be something super arcadey and over-the-top. I've already watched some gameplay of it. Yeah, it does look a little wacky, does look a little bit off the wall, but maybe it's something you can find enjoyment out of. It's also only $40 instead of the initial regular $59.99, so that's good as well. I hope soon we can get a legitimate great wrestling game, something akin to Here Comes the Pain or the old No Mercy games. I know that AEW is working on their own version of a wrestling game, and with Kenny Omega at the helm of that and working on that, and him being a very big gamer, I imagine that their game is going to turn out pretty well, and hopefully the 2K game can get back on track next year and they can figure out what was wrong with that. 2K19 was actually a pretty decent game, all things considered, but this one with Battlegrounds is going to be something that is completely a side experience, something that, if you're a big fan of the 2K games, it's going to be nothing like that. And actually, it was developed by Saber Interactive, which I find rather interesting. I don't know if they just handle some porting elements and things like that, but whatever the case may be, this will be out this Friday, and it's more of a, cartoony 4-player title that you can enjoy with some buddies. Alright, next up we have Spelunky 2. Spelunky 2 builds upon the unique randomized challenges that made the original a roguelike classic, offering a huge adventure designed to satisfy players old and new. Meet the next generation of explorers as they find themselves on the moon searching for treasure and missing family. Spelunky is a game that was really well received with the initial release, and now we have Spelunky 2, and I imagine that this one is going to be pretty great as well. Spelunky 2's world is even denser with the one in the original game, offering many more areas, characters, traps, and items, as well as new ways to interact with them and for them to interact with each other. The world has expanded in other ways too, with branching paths and multi-layered levels, adding a third dimension to the classic 2D platforming. Animals can also be tamed and ridden, and dynamic liquid physics create new challenges and make the world feel extra reactive and alive. Throughout the game, you're build a community and make friends back in base camp. Characters you unlock will mill about and relax between runs, offering encouragement and advice as you explore your camp. You'll expand and develop into a thriving little community to welcome you whenever you break from exploring. While there, you can also access shortcuts and practice your moves in safety. The game is yours to explore. It's not about just completing the game. More than that, it's an endlessly replayable playground to experiment in and find your own way, creating stories against the backdrop of an expansive, deeply interactive world filled with secrets. The more you play, the more the game becomes yours. yours. Again, the game notes a bigger world and extra dimension variations and changes to classic gameplay, new NPCs, improved physics, deadly poison and curses, build a permanent home, improved lighting and special effects, deeper mysteries, and possibly more eggplants. The game will be out come September 15th. And lastly, I do want to give a shout to Pacer. This is a pretty interesting title. Pacer will be out on September 17th, and this is a game that's very much akin to a game like Wipeout, anti-gravity racing, and something like Wipeout is definitely going to be up my alley. We don't know much about it, but right now we can see a lot of highly customizable craft, the Wipeout, spiritual successor, and this has Wipeout written all over it. You look at this game and it's an arcade racer through, highly customizable crafts, a racing experience worthy of the current times, and I think it's going to be one that a lot of people end up enjoying. Depending on its price point, you've got a career mode as well, so I really hope it ends up turning out well, because Wipeout is obviously something that Tony hasn't made a new title of, but this could be something that does fill the void quite a bit. We'll find out as it's out September 17th. And that's going to conclude this video again. I think this week is highlighted by Crysis Remastered, and I think that's something everybody is really going to want to check out. You got WWE 2K Battlegrounds there, Spelunky 2, and Pacer rounding out the lineup. I think a pretty decent lineup, not as heavy as recent weeks, but hopefully that does pick up rather soon. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.